Welcome back to Off the Rails. Cue intro music. Anyways, today I'm flying solo, unfortunately, because Aysha is way too busy with school, but it's fine. So to keep me company, I have my two mental health people, the people that keep me sane and that have kept me sane for the past month, Coral and Bella. So if you want to introduce yourselves, please do, because the people deserve to know.
Hello everyone, I'm Coral and this is
Bella. Hello.
Well, I have a fun little episode set up for you guys because this podcast is basically to help inform people about architecture, because not really many people know what's going on in the world of architecture. I have 9 questions about general architecture myths. I have 10 questions about architecture school myths, and then I have 9 questions about architecture industry myths.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So it's gonna just be about architecture in general, and then school, and then the industry.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you the questions. You guys can discuss, and it's on a point-based system. So if you guys disagree and Coral thinks it's true and you think it's false, that's why you have those cute little pamphlets on. Yeah. Okay. True or false? Architects just draw all day.
Well,
False.
actually,
No.
we do draw, just not hand draw. So maybe true.
Doodle? I doodle, but
We draw via AutoCAD, Revit, Rhino. That's drawing. It's digital drawing.
I think we
Illustrator. We do spend all day drawing.
False. I don't know.
So false? Bella says false.
Yes.
I say true because, just what I said.
Do you draw every day?
We are drawing. We always draw all day, every day.
Not every day.
But would you consider rendering drawing? Would you
No.
consider Photoshop drawing?
No. False. There's no way. Sorry.
Okay.
Depends on the type of render
Okay.
you're doing.
I want the answer.
Okay, it is false.
Yes, thank
Fun
you.
fact. So Bella gets a point. Coral, better luck next time, I guess. Okay. It says that according to the sources that I had used, it says that most of their time is spent on problem solving, project management, and coordinating with teams.
Fair. I
mean, that's an industry thing. I mean, we do that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
That's happened. Think about it. We're in studio. We're mostly talking to our professor and to each other rather than actually doing work.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually doing
you get the point.
No, that's part of our work.
Yeah, you get the point.
It's actually very necessary.
Yes, but
to our work.
That's why studio is 3 hours long. That's my point, though. We're not drawing all the time. We're communicating.
Yeah. Okay, next question. True or false? Architects actually don't need math.
True.
False. We do math. We've been doing math.
Yeah, it's
just
false.
Minimal math.
Again, sources say while advanced math isn't always required, basic geometry, algebra, and understanding structural principles are essential.
We do that simple fraction math.
Also,
okay, but to be fair, I will say I thought there was gonna be a lot more math already. If that makes sense.
I also thought there was going to be a lot more math.
Heavily.
You know what math we do?
More
too
studio
much
too.
structural engineering.
No, we look up what is 3 feet in meters. Those conversion math.
Yeah,
Not
that's what
here.
we do. That works.
In
Yeah.
In Spain we did, but not here.
But I'm still I still have to look up what's the scale from? That's
I feel like that's fair.
yeah.
That's you have to reference though.
But it's just
You won't
math is needed. I just think it's it doesn't need Calc 3 type math.
No, yeah.
Next, true or false? Green or sustainable design is just a trend.
I don't think it's
false.
a trend.
I say false.
Yeah, it's false because it says sustainability is a critical, lasting priority in architecture due to environmental concern.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like every firm now that's the goal. Hopefully that's the goal.
And now they have LEED certifications, and people are actively trying to better their design to be better for the environment. Some of them.
All of our precedent studies this semester were about how they all were LEED certified.
Okay. True or false? Only prestigious schools produce successful architects.
That's rude. That is rude to architects who work their butts off.
That's so true.
Ugh, all
Would you
day,
not
all
consider
night.
this a prestigious school? Maybe not like
No,
Ivy.
I would like it is.
Yeah.
I think this is a. It's not like.
But I'm saying like other school. Like
That's
yeah,
true.
We're saying in general. I
Yeah.
feel like
That's just offensive to the other people.
That's
I mean, we're just awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, but do you think that there's a way to get into architecture by not having to go to like university? Like, do you think that there's a way to go from?
Oh yeah, my coworker
wouldn't
from
know.
my coworker from my ex co-op, he like was in like dance for like so long. Yeah, like
Wait, that's
he
so
like was
cool,
on
though.
Broadway. Yeah, so cool.
Whoa,
I
what,
love
Broadway?
Wait.
So when he was younger, he was on Broadway.
Okay.
And then like for like 10 years
A
or something.
child
And then
prodigy,
after,
if you will.
yeah, after to like make money, he started working like in a firm, like just like as like the secretary, like just like helping out, like nothing to do with architecture
That's
at all.
so cool.
Started like they needed an extra help like somewhere. He like already like had like some experience like learning from like just watching. Next thing you know, like he like someone in the firm took him under his wing, and then like he just 10 years, 20 years of experience, then started
Oh my
studying
God.
for the exams and passed, and now he's certified architect.
That's so
Wow.
cool. I would love,
That's
No
dope.
school. I mean, he went to school earlier, but
But,
not for
yeah.
architecture. Yeah.
but I would love to. I would love to hear about like different people's path to architecture.
Yeah.
Cause like I feel like everyone that you hear about, especially like a lot of Northeastern professors, they went. Most of
Yeah.
them go
Harvard,
to
GSD.
Harvard.
Oh my god.
Oh, also for people who don't know,
Gavin.
GSD is Graduate
Oh my
School
God,
of
I
Design.
know.
But yeah,
I'm
Gavin
curious to
was-
know like at other prestigious architecture schools where the professors are from. Like I wonder if there's.
do you think that Harvard professors went to Harvard?
I don't know. What if they're like, no, I went to Stanford.
Mm.
This one, I just think it's just for fun. True or false? Are all architects eventually become famous?
False. What?
That's
There's so many architects out there, and
Yeah.
nobody.
that do like
knows
crazy
them.
stuff or like just like
Yeah.
that doesn't really go organized.
Yeah, that's so true. True or false? Architecture is easier than engineering.
Ooh, no. Unfortunately, I think that's true.
Coral looks
Mm,
in bewilderment right now.
I
think
mean,
it's true.
they're very. I would say they're pretty different. Like we
They're
do.
different type of work, but I think when it comes,
I mean,
unless it's like what people, it depends on what people think is hard.
yeah.
If people
Math?
think math is like super easy to them and they're a genius, then engineering is.
Then yeah. But
Okay,
then
to the
conceptually-
general public.
Yeah. Oh, to the general public.
Just to the general public,
Yeah.
like
Oh.
not thinking of specific
sure.
cases.
Then true.
True?
Engineering is harder for
Uh,
architecture.
false.
No way.
Both are challenging,
Go
but in
us.
different ways.
Oh, okay.
So, like-
so we kind of touched on that.
Yeah, but like you know
Yeah,
how
but
we
I
have,
feel like-
so we currently have a structural engineering course.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, we would not be able to be architects, but you or engineers. Sorry, depends on the day.
I don't
But
think so.
no, but if you put an engineer in a studio class,
Yeah, they wouldn't know what to do.
do you
they
think
would
that
wanna-
they'd be able to?
No.
Yeah. So I think that they kind of got it.
I feel like we use different parts of our brains.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I think it's just because we develop skills graphically and like softwares that they will be like, but I don't think the concepts are gonna be like what to do. Like I think
That's true.
Also
If that makes
depends.
sense.
Well, it also
Yeah.
depends
It's just
on
because
the type of engineering. It's very different fields of engineering.
Oh yeah, that's true.
because I feel like architecture is so relative, and I say this all the time. Like someone can love your work, someone can hate your work. So it's just like I feel like honestly anyone
Yeah.
can come in. I've had friends be like draw something and be like wow that's cool design, and they don't even have anything to do with like
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. Wait, that's all that we have for just like general.
Okay.
Now we're moving on to architecture industry myths. I'm leaving the
Mhm.
studio myths for the last one because there's some that like I
Pressure.
cannot believe the answers that they were. Okay, true or false? It takes longer to get licensed as an architect than most other professions.
I talked to you about this one.
I did give you a little hint about this one, but I did not give you the answer.
I still wait.
Than other professions, it's harder.
It takes longer.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, I think
I think a lot of people wait to like it takes some years to study and like usually they wait for the experience to pass.
But not
Definitely.
not on a personal level. Just saying if you
in
did
general.
all of your education and all of the tests all back to back, how long do you think that would take longer than getting like licensed as a lawyer or
Ooh, I feel like it takes longer to get licensed.
so the
as a
bar
lawyer.
exam?
Yeah, I
Well,
mean
they
I don't
only
really
have
know
4
about it.
years, and then also like us, and then
They have undergrad and they have to go to law school and take
just
the
take the bar. just like I guess we only need undergrad. But then med school.
No,
There's
not
also
to get
engineering.
licensed to be an architect. You need to do undergrad and get a master's, and you have to do up to 10 exams depending on where you want to
I
get
thought it was
certified.
just the exams and.
No, you have to get-
undergrad.
You have to get your master's.
And
you have to
there's
do
also,
all the tests.
engineering exams to get certified. It's like a special type of engineering.
I thought there was only 6 exams.
Depends on what state/province you want to.
Oh.
Also, if you're this is like
10.
in North America, because if you're in Europe, then
In
you
Europe,
just have to get your master's and you're
That
done.
is crazy to me because that's just
Yeah,
not
no,
okay.
people are not like
I know.
It's not
like
okay.
there's a lot of people that just get by school. And
Yeah.
Or
No.
when we were at IE and they were like, yeah, we can get licensed as soon as we graduate. I was like,
Yeah, no, I think that's
What?
terrifying.
that is terrifying.
that is, I agree. I think, yeah. Not that I
So,
want to take the test. but I
Final
think tests
answer?
are
I have no
required.
idea.
Oh yeah, back to the question.
So, do you think it takes shorter? Again, North American prospect. What do we think?
Takes less time.
Time for what? Yeah.
It takes longer to get licensed as an
Okay.
architect than most other professions.
Okay, most other professions.
It's
there
not
are lots
all,
of professions.
Just most other professions.
longer.
Takes longer.
I say.
Okay,
Okay,
I thought
we
we
only-
only, but here's the thing. When
But we
Justine,
also
like, brings
only
up another
listed-
fact, it's because it's usually the other answer.
But we also listed.
Or I
only
could just be tricking you
doctors
for fun.
and-
No.
We only listed doctors and lawyers. There's a lot of other professions.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's false.
So in general.
So Cora says true, Bella says false.
It is like, for example, it's way longer than like I don't know, to be a teacher. Architecture is.
It's true.
Woo!
It takes 7 to 10 years or more to get licensed as an architect, which includes your undergrad and your master's and all the exams, because there is like your exams cannot be taken at the same time.
But like med
Yeah.
school or like.
No, but
most
those are
other
just
professions.
most other professions. Like teacher would be way shorter.
But also, one of the facts that we were kind of brought into.
Stupid word choice. Most.
But no, like one of the things that Dan Adams told us was literally when we came in to ARC 1000, he was like, "You buckle in, guys. It takes longer to become an architect than it does to become a lawyer."
I didn't hear that.
Okay, but for
that
us,
terrified me the first day.
What
I
terrified
think
me was that he
other
was. Sorry.
What?
Let's cut you
Oh.
off. Go.
Northeastern, at least because of the co-op program, I feel like we definitely don't take as long as other colleges because we get all of our experience. Like we could get all
I
of
don't know
our,
about all of them. All of it.
I'm like EXP hours.
Yeah.
I'm already at like 2,000.
It's because she did
So-
it over the summer too.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did things
well,
in past summers.
for people who weren't as proactive, unfortunately, including myself, but working on it. Yeah, it takes on average 7 to 10 years. Anyone second guessing why they picked architecture right now?
Oh, always.
Okay, true or false? Architects design every single part of a building.
Yeah.
I mean,
they have to.
we do.
Yeah, they have to do like at least a basis of like.
We think about every part.
Even if we have to like refer to like an engineer or whatever, like structural.
Like the
someone,
engineer tells us if we can do it, but we do design.
I think it's true.
I mean, like we even took a class on like cavity walls. Like, does that count?
Well, like that.
We're
I feel
even
like
designing
we
the
should know.
interior walls.
No, we're not designing that. I think that's just us knowing how to construct a normal wall.
Therefore, we are designing.
It's false.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we not design?
The baseboards, the door frame, the door handles, that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's interior design.
That's all interior design.
Okay. Sorry, interior design.
Also, engineering like focuses on like HVAC systems.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's not true though.
Mm.
Architects could design everything.
Yes, but most of the time.
Is
Like
that what
it,
it said?
again,
That was
it's
the
like
question?
no,
Was
it's
it-
just architects design every part of a building. True or
They
false?
can.
They can, but do they?
They can. At my firm, they do. A lot of architects, like, they literally like choose paints, like they themselves.
oh
the
yeah, my
architects.
firm like had to choose like
Really?
Choose we have
So
door frames
our-
and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's why
our
I'm like,
firm had like an architecture department
Mhm.
and an interior design department. So the
Oh, it was separate.
architects,
Yeah, I-
so
that-
it's like, which I can see that happening at
A lot of firms.
a lot of firms.
That's what I would think too, but then going into my firm, that's where I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, now that I think about it, my firm had like a whole closet of like interior finishes and like
we did too. Like we had one person that was specialized in interior design, but everyone like had materiality that they would always use. Like they had like,
that's really cool.
like everyone. And I asked that because literally the first day I asked that because I saw like materiality like samples on everyone's desk. I saw wall paint.
Yeah.
And she was like, she stopped at someone's desk to talk about like random stuff, literally like a door frame or something. I'm like, why are you talking about that? Like, and she's like, we designed that.
That's cool.
Fun fact. I mean, I didn't totally like design this, but I did also have to like do the floor plans and include like all the electricity and like HVAC systems.
Yeah, I had to do
in,
that.
like,
Wait,
the
that's so
hospital.
cool. I've never gotten to do that for a co-op, but I would love to.
And like reflected ceiling plans.
Oh, I've done those.
Yeah.
No, well, like actually, now that you mention it, because I didn't actually think of this until now, but like at my co-op, I was able to design. We were like making a library for a project of ours, and I was able to design like library stacks that also integrated like seating for kids in them.
Cool.
That's so cute.
So like furniture design was
I love
really
that.
cool, and but that was also working like alongside the like the interior design team.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
it kind of like it's a little hard to say like when architecture stops and when interior design begins.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. I feel like they do. They
Okay.
really think about everything.
Yeah.
See, myth debunked.
I mean,
I
interior
guess.
design is
If they don't, like, if there's an interior designer, they like reference them. I feel like they're
true.
always talking to them. Like, there's no way.
they definitely like they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know.
No, that's so true. Yeah.
So I guess I can understand.
I
the
guess
question,
yeah. Well, this is why we talk about this stuff, because like obviously people are gonna think that there's a concrete answer when most of the time, honestly, there's really not.
Yeah.
And it really depends
It
on
depends
like
on the firm.
where you work,
Yeah.
and it depends on like the kind of departments and
Mm-hmm.
all the projects that you're doing. Like there's so many varying factors, and like that's why we're talking about it, guys. Okay, I'm trying to find a fun one, but I think that the more fun ones are the architecture school myths.
Oh yeah.
Because
for sure.
answers were given. I don't know if I agree with answers that were given, but this is based on like the sources are
the
credible sources.
And you looked at them.
Oh.
Yes.
Mm.
And it went from
Sometimes-
like Washington Post to New York Times to like blog posts from like
Concerning.
students that were in architecture schools, and then
Okay.
this is the conclusions that they came to.
We can.
I don't
conclude
think I agree with all of them.
with people with firsthand experience.
Exactly, which is
So-
yeah.
And our experience is just superior than anyone else's. So
Yes.
We're right, they're
That's
wrong.
exactly. Do they have a podcast? Didn't
No.
think so. True or false? Architecture students only work on studio projects.
But we have other classes.
yeah, like
So no.
Yeah. So,
False.
but like it takes up most of our time. So I
Yeah,
can
it
understand that. Like I could totally rant
but
and say
only
yes.
studio.
No.
Nothing
No.
else. Yeah.
No.
False. They also take history, theory, structures, and more.
And electives like Italian.
We have to take historical stuff. Yeah.
And electives like
Unfortunately.
Italian.
Si. Italiano.
Wait.
She makes it her personality trait.
What are you taking for your electives?
Behavioral change. You knew that.
Oh yes.
Yes.
But they didn't know that.
Oh, sorry.
Mm.
Yes, and it's a great elective if you're from Northeastern. It's online, and you can choose whatever you want to work on as your final project.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
How does it? Does it like go hand in hand with architecture at all?
It could if you wanted to do like work on time management for like studying
Oh,
more, or
cool.
like you could literally choose whatever you want. Mine is to stop drinking soda. So
Not going too well.
yeah. Well, the good thing is that you don't have to actually succeed in your
You just have to
plan.
try
You just
it.
have to try to change this behavior of yours that you
Well,
want
that's
to
so
change.
interesting though.
Yeah,
Like,
it's really cool.
okay, because I've heard that there's like some architecture students here that have psychology as a minor. I didn't
No,
know
I
if that was part
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
I think
I'm
my
kidding, we
advice
do.
for people considering architecture, at least here, is to take language electives.
No, she
I
has
disagree.
no.
Stress-free classes. There.
Oh.
You are.
Yeah, but it doesn't stress me out. Like it's.
She's constantly doing work every night. In my class, I barely do anything. So take my behavior class.
But
Don't
it's
listen
like
to her.
it's like chill. Like I did Spanish and Italian. I did Spanish during our Chinatown library project, and I'm doing Italian now. And
Is there a linguistics
You
minor?
still have to
that
try
you
to
can,
an
like-
extent.
I don't. I wish. I looked into Spanish minor one time, but you have to take like way more classes, and I didn't want to take classes in the summer.
Ooh, summer classes?
Summer classes are
Just
not
more
it,
money.
people.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, well, I'm a huge advocate for the history minor, everybody. I think it's
I
super
should've done
fun.
You're
I
taking-
love
you
like
have a
architecture
history?
history.
Yeah. I'm
heck
3.
No.
What?
I love history, but I hate being like for a class. I hate like when it comes to like
I've
being
honestly-
tested on it being. Like,
Oh, the class I have now, there's no tests. It's just a final paper
for
and
arc history class.
giving
no,
ruins.
just history.
Oh, that makes sense because arc history class, all these architecture electives that we have taken, like
What?
modern architecture and stuff. Like I
Oh.
hate
No,
it.
but I love those were
And
all
Latin,
my favorite.
I love. That's why I'm a history minor.
I mean,
I
I
should've
love
done
that.
that.
I should've
Guys.
done that. I love the class and I love learning
Yeah.
about history. I just hate like the testing and stuff. So I'd rather do it on my own.
Okay.
I'd rather learn like, you know.
Yeah, no, I've really enjoyed the history classes that Northeastern has to offer, like both architecture and just regular
Just normal.
history.
Mhm.
Like, I think I will put it on the record. My favorite architecture history class I've taken is modern architecture with
Of
Amanda
course.
Lawrence. I
Mine
loved
is
her.
Latin
Mine
I
was
also,
Latin, too.
I
Latin
also,
architecture.
I didn't.
Historical,
I
with
yeah.
Bill
History.
Skinner. Oh, love that
Loved
man.
him.
See, I was gonna
He
say
writes all
my.
my references. Love him.
That sounds so nice.
Yeah.
I like. Oh, anyways, but my favorite one that was like a architecture history elective because modern architecture was required, but like
Yeah.
a modern a architecture history elective was the one that Coral and I had with Maggie
Ruins.
Freeman. That was
Maggie.
You
global.
liked ruins?
Oh
It
my
was so
god, it
fun.
was such a fun
Yeah.
class.
Really?
We went to the Franklin Park because there's ruins over there.
We went to MIT.
We went to the to the archaeology
Ava did that
library.
too.
But I absolutely love that class. I felt like I learned so much in that class.
Mhm. I
And
loved
also-
the paper that I did too.
Yeah, me too. And also the extra thing is like it's always nice to have a professor that understands like
She was awesome.
because you're an architecture major, studio will always take priority.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to have a professor that like understands, and she would
Mhm.
always check in on our mental well-being. At one point she asked us, like she would do check-in questions, and at one point
Mhm.
she asked us how much sleep was everyone running on, and the answers varied from none to 3.
Was it like a hard was it like a midterm day? or
No.
something? Oh.
No, I don't.
Just
think
a
so.
regular
So she
would
Wednesday.
bring us
was
sweets
for
too.
ya.
Yeah.
She would bring us sweets for class.
Yeah,
in
she
class.
would. Like, she was
Oh.
just so cool. I miss
Yeah.
her. I really love that class. And that's, like,
She has this bond with us. I think she's really.
I miss her. I don't know where she is now. I think she went back to
Wait.
MIT.
Oh, she's not
Probably.
studying here.
She worked.
I mean,
at
working
MIT,
here?
or she was it?
She was an assistant professor at MIT.
Yeah.
And she her first semester working at Northeastern, I think, was when she
Mhm.
taught us our class.
Mm-hmm.
And then she went, because she's, like, in architectural history and in, like, the study of ruins. And
Yeah,
she went
goes
to, I think it was Jordan or
Yeah.
somewhere in the
Yeah.
Middle East to study the ruins in Jordan.
Mhm.
And she never came back, and it honestly
She
just
never
hurt me.
came back.
And it hurt me.
Oh no.
I miss her.
I hope
Um,
she's
You
doing
know
well.
her.
Going back to our true or false questions. True or false? You need to be naturally good at drawing to succeed in architecture school.
False.
Yeah, it's false, which is great, which I think that like this kind of stuff, I think people should really know
Yeah.
about, because I am not good at sketching or drawing. I will be the first person to say that. I am
Depends
not
on
good
the
at
type.
sketching. I'm not good at drawing.
No, I like
But-
drawing.
Architecture seems to be working out pretty great for me,
Yeah.
which is
I
nice.
hope like
It's nice.
I want
lot of
like high
graphic
school
skills.
students
Yeah.
to listen to this so that they if they're considering.
Well, yeah, that's why we're doing this.
Although we might put them off.
I personally really like studio classes. Anyways, next question.
Silence.
My favorite one. True or false?
Mm.
Architecture students never sleep.
I know what the answer is, but our answer is true. We never sleep. But they said false.
Well, to an extent, I've been sleeping more, but yes, we do sleep.
No, we do not.
They actually said true.
Hmm.
They did not actually disagree with.
Oh.
I also pulled up some news articles. There's an article that I found that says top 5 sleepiest college majors. Number 1 is architecture.
Sleepy-ist, but not that we sleep.
Yeah,
But they said,
I agree that we like are definitely tired all the time.
It says that
Because-
architecture students are the ones that suffer the most from sleep deprivation.
I can see that.
Can you
happening.
see these bags? Yeah.
I can see that happening.
And that's over nursing. That is above nursing. That's above
Valid.
physics.
My nursing student.
That's above chemistry. Yeah, and this is above. And this one, I don't know how much I believe this, but it says that it's above computer science. Now, I have a friend who's computer science.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much I believe that they have an average of 6 hours of sleep a night. I don't think that that's true. But I do think that
more
we're...
or less.
Oh, I think it's completely less.
Okay.
I think that they're closer to us.
Gotcha.
I think that they're much closer to us. But there's another article that I pulled that said that according to the National Survey of Student Engagement, architecture majors studied 24 hours per week, more than chemical engineering, physics, and chemistry majors, the next hardest studiers after architecture.
Study is an interesting word for that.
Do studio work, I
Do
think,
yeah.
is included in,
Okay.
do our
this,
projects and
like,
all that kind of stuff.
as students, or is this like in the profession?
As students.
Oh, okay.
The Washington Post reports that architecture students study harder than other students.
Okay. Yeah.
I believe the Washington Post.
Yeah.
I think that it's
Mhm.
crazy. With that being said, the next question is true or false? Architecture students can't have a social life.
That's false, but recently it's been feeling true.
Well,
Our social life is architecture.
yeah. So this is what I don't understand. The last
false.
question was architecture students never sleep, and they said true. But they said that it's false that architecture students can't have a social life.
But that's false. I mean,
Like,
come on.
our social life is architecture. No, but we don't have a social life outside of
That's,
architecture.
there's no way that, I mean, personally, I don't think that's true. Like, going
Well-
back home, recently it feels like that because I'm in school right now,
Yeah.
so I'm always with you guys, like, studying stuff. But the moment I go home, I'm, like, never with architecture people at all. Or, like, I feel like,
How often do you go home?
like, all the time. Like, I mean, I live close, so recently I go home a lot. But, like, in the summer, too, like, I'm never, like, think about it. In the summer and stuff, are you guys, like,
Yeah,
around
but that's because
architecture
we're
all the
not
time?
in school.
But that's outside of school.
This is like in school. In school, we don't have a social life.
I also don't count co-op as a part of this
Is
because
this thing, but ask the question again.
oh my gosh, that was not English. Architecture students cannot have a social life.
Architecture students, okay.
So like that's saying like within your
I keep thinking
bachelor's.
about, like, I'm thinking about architecture in general, like architects.
No, this is specifically within school.
I guess, like, in school it's harder. Yeah, it's harder to have, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like,
I think that there's a possibility for there to be balance. Like there's definitely people that do it, but you kind of have to sacrifice other things
Yeah.
to have a social life. Like there's not really like, oh, I
Some
have free
people
time,
argue
might as well
differently.
go out to do trivia.
some people would argue differently, though. Would, like, argue differently. Like, some people can manage, like, even though, like, they will say that they're not.
Yeah,
not
that's true.
sacrificing
I think
anything.
it definitely depends on like one. It
Your
depends on how
capabilities,
fast you can
every
work.
person, yeah, it depends on.
It depends
literally
on
person.
yeah. Next question that actually I have a little bit of an elaboration for, but true or false? Architecture school is one of the hardest majors to get into,
To get
Yeah.
into?
to get accepted into.
I mean, it's true.
I mean,
I would
It
hope
really
so.
depends on the school.
I mean, it
There
depends on
are
the school.
the acceptance rate here is really low.
Well,
for
my
architecture.
advisor in high school told me that, like, depending on some schools, like, it would be best if I just applied undecided rather than
Ooh.
going to the arch program and then try
Really?
to switch in. And I was like, oh.
Interesting.
But I didn't end up, like, mostly following that advice, and I applied for Northeastern specifically, like,
Good call.
for the ARC program.
Yeah.
It is true. Architecture is highly competitive due to the combination of technical and creative requirements, like portfolio, a lot of entry essays.
I didn't have a
Oh, I
portfolio
submit-
for Northeastern.
I also submitted a
I submitted
portfolio.
portfolio.
Yeah.
had no
Northeastern.
portfolio for Northeastern.
I don't think that they didn't require
It
one
wasn't
for us,
required,
but
but-
they do require one now.
Like,
Good.
what would you need to, like, show?
As
like,
they
drawings
should,
already?
because we
So,
have some
like,
interesting
well-
students.
Like, what do you like? You're going to school for the specific course. Like,
Yeah.
it makes no sense. To
Well,
me.
actually, I
like, art, I can understand. Like, you would want to have, like, some, like, high school experience, but, like,
no, but I think their portfolio, their like term for portfolio is a lot more broad than what we look for now. Because what we have in our portfolio is like building design and our deliverables that have gone through like various iterations of like Rhino, AutoCAD, Illustrator, Photoshop, everything. But like for instance, my high school portfolio was like I made flowers out of clay and I photographed them super nice and I edited them with like Photoshop. I even submitted a video of like me singing.
So it's just being creative.
Yeah, it's just.
What are you judging? Like, how are these portfolios being compared?
Yeah.
My portfolio was a lot of painting. And
I also
drawing.
had painting in mine. I actually.
This is so interesting. I didn't apply.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
but you know what the coolest thing I've heard of though is I went to this like introductory where they told us like what we should put on our portfolio because they were like they required a portfolio and a bunch of 11th graders were like what does one put in a portfolio like.
Yeah. I had like woodshop stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. I would have made.
But you can put that in.
Yeah, I would have come up with something. But it just like to me, like coming into like with the years of experience I have now at like Northeastern, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like coming into these courses and these classes when we knew nothing. We knew nothing.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Some people knew stuff though.
Yeah, but I was not one of them.
I wasn't either.
I feel for the most part we were all like thrown in like a sea of like softwares that we had no idea how to use, and it's just like figure it out because we're gonna start grading stuff and like pick up on the details, pick up on these line works, pick up on the stuff, and it's like if you don't keep up, you switch courses.
No, but you know the coolest thing that I heard that Carlton told me was that there was one of their past students that in their free time made fishing lures. And their entire portfolio was full of fishing lures. And we saw the pictures, and it was really impressive. And you're like, wait, that's really cool. Like, it's creative in a way that you don't think of.
No,
and
I get
also, there's people that included, like, poems. There's people that included, like, written work that was, like, showcasing their artisticness.
Mind.
Like, their artistic mind.
I
get that, but like,
I think I also put like jewelry making. Like
that's
showed
cool.
that
I think that's like, but I understand that more for art still. Like it still won't it's still not convincing enough for architecture because we knew nothing and we're at the point where I feel like we're confident enough in our skills that it's like I still don't think like you have to weed someone out because like they weren't creating enough in their portfolio. If that makes sense.
I think that like the portfolio requirement is just so that the professors can see like do they have an artistic sense that can be applied? True. And that can be molded. Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
I thought it was like just admissions at
No. I was actually I had a class with David Fannin. I absolutely love him. He's I actually have no idea what his position is. But he was a professor of mine in third year when we had our advanced communication skills elective.
Okay.
And he would tell us the inside scoop on like architecture acceptance, like the what is it called? What did you just call it?
Oh, like the admissions?
Yeah, the admissions board. He was telling us like basically it goes through like our application goes through the general admission board, and that's when they look at your grades and they look at the paper and like or any papers that you were required to like submit, and then they look at like your resume and all your information that you gave them, and then if it goes past them, then it goes to the architecture department and they review your portfolio. In our case, they review it if you submitted one, but if you didn't,
you're already in because it passed through admissions.
Yeah, but then there was also like some students that like let's say that the Northeastern admission was like I don't know, and then they sent it off to the architecture department anyways, and the department saw the portfolio and like said like no, based on their artistic ability we want them in this school based on the portfolio that they submitted.
That's crazy.
So like so it goes through multiple phases, and like I felt really special because David Fannin told us that after his class that our year in architecture the acceptance rate was 3%.
Yeah.
To which I was like,
we're awesome.
Sick. Like, wow, guys, that's high fives all around. We really did well. Good job.
That's crazy.
I don't think it was required.
What got me in?
The good grades.
I think mine, I think it was required for me because I did early action.
I did early action too.
I think that it's now required though. Like they changed so much about the program the year after we got in.
Now it's only 4 years.
No,
although they have to take summer classes.
But there's also a 5 year,
4-year program, and then
because they changed everything. the year after we came back. My computer just died. Well, died is a strong word. My computer decided to update in the middle of our episode,
Oh, okay.
which actually pretty good timing because I did not have any other true or falses, but
Good.
turns out that Bella won.
I wasn't even paying
So
attention.
you have bragging rights. Congrats.
I totally thought you were gonna. I had no idea. But these are fun questions.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So glad that you guys could join me.
Yeah,
thanks for having
thanks
us.
for having us.
And well, thank you guys for taking Aisha's place this week and like helping me co-host because I don't think that I would ever be able to do an episode on my own. That's really scary.
Of course.
It's
Yeah.
hard to do a podcast on your own.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I can ramble. It's about my life. I just be complaining.
Yes, but the thing is like imagine if it's just you and a microphone. I think that I would get way too carried away. I think I would get like inside my head about all these different thoughts. Like
Yeah. Totally fair.
Yeah. So it's nice to have like other people to like talk to and to just like chat and just
Yeah,
have a
of
good
course.
time with this, which is like the entire reason that we have this podcast. So yeah.
Good.
But y'all are awesome. Thanks for making time for me. Yeah. So right. We will see you next week on Off the Rails.